eventually, what they decided to do was go back to the alternative rock roots.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, and they went even further back, though, to more the stuff that they used to do in the 80s.
Well, yeah, because it was kind of broke with One Hot Minute, so they needed to go back to...
Yeah.
So they needed to go back to the Blood Sugar Sex Magic days.
And they kind of did.
Yeah.
They started recording demos in Flea's garage. Now, that, to me... Red Hot Chili Peppers made a lot of money. And I would picture this house as being a house in suburbia somewhere where there's kids on skateboards and bikes going around a cul-de-sac.
It's sort of like a Warren Buffett type situation, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the Snoop Dogg situation.
Right.
Because Snoop's house isn't that grand either.
Right.
Or wasn't when he did his reality TV show.
Right. No, he's still in the same house.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
So, but they basically did about 30 songs, which is not a bad demo.
No, not at all. And like half of them made him on the album, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But considering there are a couple on the album that are a bit dodgy,
they might should have. Yeah, I wonder what the rest were like. If those 15 were the best, it's probably good the other 15 stayed in the garage.
Yes. Now, in saying that, this is a great album, and we'll get to a couple of the dodgy songs here in a minute.
Right.
So.
But the band considered this the most fun they'd ever had. Anthony went on to quote, "Everyone was having fun. It was as if we had nothing to lose, nothing to gain. We didn't care. We were making music for the sake of making music." And it had been a while since that had happened for them.
Yeah, I mean, considering, like I said, this would have been their third album of a decade.
Right. So, and with this one, they once again worked with Rick Rubin, although there was a little bit of hesitation initially. It was like...
From Rubin's side.
Yeah, because, I mean, again, their reputation had preceded them with their drug use and whatnot.
And they're partying
And when you're bad enough for even Rubin's like... So, but due to the professionalism shown in the studio... Rubin was definitely sold on it. The band ended up completing all of the recordings in just 5 days.
Which is phenomenal. And I mean, that's because they left the party in at the door, and when the studio lights turned on, they played music. They didn't argue. They didn't, they didn't...
Well, it's like Steven Tyler says, I thought the drugs was more time for the sex and rock and roll.
Yeah.
They just let the sex on after hours.
Yeah.
So it was like pure rock and roll.
Pure rock and roll. And 5 days to complete a 15-track album.
Hey. That's like some Beatles type stuff,
like
they used to do back in the day. I mean, they would do it in a day, but yeah.
Well, I think because they'd spent it in intense and insane amount of time rehearsing these at Flea's garage, all they had to do was one take, maybe 2 takes, throw an overdub here or there, and then on day 4 get Andy Kiedis in the thing to lay his lyrics down.